Sorry, just checking on my birds. Oh, right. Okay, I get it. She's hitting the snooze button. Oh, fine! Game, hurry up. Let's get to the courthouse. Seriously, assistant, clean my goddamn house as agreed. I forgot his name. That's convenience, and this is courthouse. Nina! Hey Dylan, did you speak to Terry? Never mind that, listen to this. Guess who I just passed in the hall? Marcus Steele and Axel Reyes? You're no fun. Did you see them too? No. Then how did you... Because it's what I would do. Hawk will try and eliminate them from the running to leave Scrub as a sole suspect. Wonder why he didn't call Stella. I guess she wanted to be here regardless. Still, she has a pretty airtight alibi. Remember what she told us? Then why not call her anyway? Isn't that good for Hawk's case? On the surface, yes. Which makes me nervous. A lesser prosecutor would call her anyway to drive home their point. Instead, he's called Axel, the Silva's rival. In life and in business, who has no alibi? Dylan may refuse to believe it, but Axel's position is almost as precarious as Terry's. What's Hawks thinking? Excuse me. Mrs. Aquila. Chad. I hear you're quite the card sharp now. Duelist, actually. Truly, you're a woman of many talents. Is practicing law among them? Hey! All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Please be seated. We are assembled here today for the second day of trial of Terry Scrub, who stands accused of murder in the first degree. Mr. Hawk, Mrs. Aquila, you've had an additional 48 hours to revise your cases. Are you prepared? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And you, Miss Aquila? Yes, Your Honor. Keep saying it, Nina. It might just be true someday. Very well. Mr. Hawk, please make your opening statement. Of course. The prosecution still asserts that Terry Scrub is guilty of the murder of Joel Da Silva. However, it has been suggested that another person in possession of a casino cerebral pass could have had access to the victim's room around the time of the murder. The prosecution disputes this interpretation of events, and we intend to illustrate this via testimony. Nina, he didn't mention... Shh. Dylan's right, though. Hawkhead wasn't at the safe with Flatfoot. If he didn't visit the safe, could he have missed something? No, that's a symbol for him. He must not believe that the robbery helps his case, or he would have mentioned it. Let's put a pin in that for now. Additionally, we have tracked down and spoken to every person who possesses a casino sterile pass. That's why I didn't have time to be at the safe. Most of them were hotel staff who have clear alibis, or they're at work or visible on the hotel's own security surveillance system. Stella Faraday, a VIP at the event, also has a pass, but there are posts on Bleeder. I'm sorry, Bleeder? It's a social network website, Your Honor. People make short posts on it called Bleats. Oh, the one with the sheep logo? My granddaughter uses it. She keeps me showing these May things. It's memes. I don't think I want to speculate. As I was saying, there are selfie photos on Bleeder of Stella Faraday that coincide with the timing of the crime. She couldn't have been directly involved. You are right, Nina. No need to sound so surprised, Dylan. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Mr. Scrub? Yes, Your Honor. It is customary for me at this time to ask that you reconsider your plea. Very well, the court accepts your new plea. Not now. Not guilty, Your Honor. Very well, the court recognizes your plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, here we go. Huh? Hawk wants to establish that each of the witnesses has an alibi that proves they couldn't have been at the murder scene. We have to look for any cracks in their stories and bust them wide open. There just has to be some way to suggest someone else could have been there. You ready? Yeah. The prosecution calls Marcus Steele to the witness stand. Ready and waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. I always rise to the occasion. always ready to get my duel on, always on the next step of my journey to the top. Marcus Steele at your service. And I had hoped the courtroom setting would temper him a bit. No arena tempers a steel. This is just another rung of the ladder on my climb to be the very best. So, wait, are you walking on a journey or climbing a ladder? Well said. What? I can't stand mixed metaphors. Mr. Steele, was it? The one and only. A simple yes will suffice. Well, someone had to say it. Yes, my name is Marcus Steele. Very well. Could you explain why you were at the hotel on the day in question? No sweat. I came to prove myself on the world stage. Mine are the cars that will pierce the... Apologies, Mr. Steele. Stage? Your Honor, if I may. Please do. Mr. Steele was at the hotel to attend the FA card game tournament. He's staying in the room directly above where the murder took place. I went into the tourney ranked 4th in the world, and I'm gonna be the very best. Axel Ray, Stella Faraday, Joel Da Silva. None of them compares to the power of my hoarder. Mr. Steele, these outbursts of yours simply must stop, and I'm sure you have better places to be, such as at your children's card game tournament. Well, of course. I'm gonna silence. Right as he was about to play another monologue card. Your Honor, if I may be so bold. Yes, Mr. Hawk. If we have established the witness's identity and reason for being there, could we please move on to his formal statement? Very well. Mr. Steele, please explain where you were on the afternoon of the 14th when the murder is believed to have taken place. No problem. You can count on concisely, Mr. Steele. At around lunchtime, I picked up food at the convenience and came back to the hotel. I swiped my VIP card on the stairwell and remember passing Axel Reyes as I walked up. He was heading downstairs. I didn't leave my room until the following morning. Very well, Mrs. Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. He packs Axel on the stairs.
Hold it!
What did you get to eat? Just some delicious donuts. Seems a bit unusual for lunch. What can I say? I love donuts. I question the relevance of this exchange. We all know the company specializes in donuts. Why am I the only one who found it strange? Be that as it may, Mr. Steele, please continue with your statement. On it, Judge. I swiped my VIP card at the stairwell and remember passing Axel Reyes as I walked up. He was heading downstairs. You said you passed Axel Reyes, so he wasn't in his hotel room? No, he was definitely on the stairs and heading down to the lobby. You didn't stop to speak to him. He seemed distracted. His eyes were glued to the screen of his phone. That's strange. What is? Axel was on his way downstairs toward the lobby. You're not suggesting Axel was, but Stella was waiting for him there. She said he never turned up. I still can't believe he would have been involved. We have to leave evidence to speculate, but you have to admit it doesn't look good. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? No problem.
Hold it!
He was staring at a smartphone? Yeah, he was probably looking at the drama on Bleeder. Drama? What does he mean? Scrub said something about this back at the detention center. But why did you go to his? Because a few hours later, I saw that Da Silva had mad-mouthed me on Bleeder. Da Silva posted several messages that criticized Mr. Scrub's conduct in the duel over several hours. Mr. Scrub's initial replies made for interesting reading. He might have mentioned this to the defense counsel. Sorry? T-bro, I wasn't proud of it, okay? But once I calmed down, I stopped posting, and Da Silva's bleed stopped too. Nothing happened for a while. Then later, I decided I would go to see him to apologize, though I saw another bleed from him while I was on my way to his room. Da Silva's final message, he read it as follows. Don't know what that scrub's problem was. I'll make sure he never plays on the pro circuit again. By your reckoning, that bleed was posted around the time of the murder. When I saw that one, I was already on my way to apologize. I was worried he might find a way to blacklist me from tournaments. Damn it, Terry. How am I supposed to defend you if you hold out on me like this? Still, that begs the question. Mr. Steele? Yep. So you went up the stairs, past Axel, and then, like I said, I didn't leave my hotel room until breakfast the following morning. So, what did you do? Excuse me? What you've described was from around lunchtime, but you were in your room all afternoon, evening and night. You were at a hotel that was filing up with attendees for the upcoming anime and card gaming convention. What was so important as to keep you in your room? Tournament prep! The art of the cards can only get you so far. It's a lot of work to be the very best. I had to open a bunch of booster packs and organize my decks. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? No problem.
Hold it.
Didn't you come to the hotel already prepared? I thought you were always ready to get your duel on. Oh, believe me, I am. I'll take on anyone, anytime, any place. I have my deck right here, right now. Witness, you shall refrain from dueling in my courtroom. It would probably be a bit of a distraction. Not just that, dueling in a courtroom is actually illegal in this state. That's part of a statute that dates back to 1894, if I recall correctly. Smartass. Nina, I might have something. Isn't there something weird about Mark's statement? Could he have really done those sort of preparations 2 days before we met him at the Combini? Let me think about it.
Objection!
If Dylan hadn't said it, I would have completely forget about it. Marcus, you say you were opening boosters. Yeah, I get them regularly. You're certain? Of course. Strange, when you consider that before yesterday, stores have been sold out of DFA boosters for weeks. Your Honor, stores have been sold out of DFA booster packs for some time now, and only received new stocks yesterday. It would have been impossible for the witness to have spent the afternoon opening them.
Objection!
Really, Aquila, he could have had a few spare from a prior purchase. Enough to occupy hours of time? Sustained. Mrs. Aquila raises a fair point. Mr. Steele, if these booster packs weren't available, how could you have spent time opening them in your room? Witness, may I remind you that you are under oath? Mr. Steele, you made it quite clear in your statement that the prosecution that you had a number of booster packs to open. Was this a fabrication? It's like Hawk is turning against his own guy. Not really. Hawk's only guy is legal procedure. Not so easy when you have a fickle witness. I mean, Witness, answer me. Fine. If you must know, I was trying to relax. Relax? The tournament was about to start. I was nervous. Since arriving at the hotel, people wanted autographs, selfies. I couldn't move without seeing what I was doing show up on Bleeder. But aren't you a card game champion? Aren't you just used to that? No, he isn't. Marcus used to be a video game streamer. Yeah, and not a terribly successful one, if I'm being brutally honest. But a few months ago, I streamed an online game quite similar to DFA, and a viewer reached out to me. They gave me a few starter decks and told me I might be good at it. So I played, and I won. That person bought me boosters, and I bought some more boosters. So I played some more, and I won some more. Before I knew it, I was world number 4 and got invited to this tournament. But now I have people who mob me everywhere I go, so I needed to relax. Then why didn't you just say that? Why? Why? Everything I do is scrutinized online. The fans come through everything looking for more VIP gossip. Do you know what it's like to have every word you say subjected to ruthless analysis? Try being a defense attorney. In that case, what were you doing? I don't know, I took a shower. And then what? I don't remember. You weren't there all night. Your Honor, the defense is badgering the witness. Sustained. Miss Aquila, please refrain from intimidating the witness. Your Honor, as harrowing an experience as this may have been for Mr. Steele, his loose alibi, namely that he was opening booster packs, has been proven to be a fabrication. The defense asserts that this calls a statement to question. Furthermore, Your Honor, I protest this line of questioning. The defense is using this as a pretext to suggest that the witness could have been at the murder scene. But there is zero evidence on this, not even a single fingerprint. Wait, that's what this is all about? Then I'll save you the trouble. There won't be any fingerprints because I wasn't there. Do you feel this is important, Miss Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? Fine. I left no fingerprints at the crime scene because I wasn't there. I want to save actually. Your Honor, please examine this piece of evidence. A pair of forensic gloves. Close. These are card handling gloves. They're manufactured by Axel Reyes' company Reyes Corp specifically for pro players of card games. For what purpose? If I may, Mr. Steele, could you please answer that question? I'm sure you know the answer. Those gloves are to stop players damaging their cards. Comic book collectors wear them too, sometimes, or so I'm told. But what does that have to do with anything? I agree. This tangent is meaningless. What Mr. Steele is neglecting to mention, Your Honor, is that these gloves prevent the wearer from leaving fingerprints. In fact, Mr. Steele, could you please raise your hands? What? Witness, raise your hands. I don't see what... He is wearing a pair. I saw when he came to the witness stand. Order. Your Honor, it has been noted that no fingerprints were found in the victim's hotel room. Not even the victim's own prints. The defense asserts that this lack of fingerprints, any fingerprints, does not rule out that another person was there if the VIPs in attendance routinely wear these gloves. In fact, the unusual absence of any fingerprints make it even more likely. In addition, the defense moves to discount Mr. Steele's alibi as purely based on his word. These facts make his statement an insufficient alibi. Order. Mr. Hawk, can you account for these discrepancies? Mr. Hawk. Wow, you actually rattled him. The prosecution is willing to concede that this witness's alibi is entrenched in his own word, which the defense has called into question. What is he doing? He's accepting that Steele's alibi is flawed. Doesn't it work against him? Kinda, but it's smart. He doesn't have a choice, so he's taking it out on his chin. So, wait, you think Steele is guilty? I think Steele's a buffoon. That's not the point. Remember what we're doing here. We're trying to assert Scrub's innocence, and one way to do that is to suggest that evidence counting against Scrub could also count against other people. The longer Steele is on the witness stand, the more chance there is that he'll say something accidentally incriminating. Hawk knows this, so he's gonna move on. It's all wills within wills with him. Look at him over there. Smug, superior, peering out over his glasses. Aquila? You know I can see you while you glare at me with mutter to your assistant, right? Very well. If that is the case, the court requires no further statements from Mr. Steele. You are dismissed, sir. Gotta run. I got duels to win. Mr. Hawk, I understand you have another witness. I do, Your Honor. In that case, we shall take a 5-minute recess. Please have your next witness ready to take the stand. Nina? What is it? Do you... Okay, real talk. Do you really believe Axel Reyes was involved in De Silva's murder? Dylan, I just can't believe that. I know, but Axel right now is a motive and an opportunity. His whereabouts were unknown, and he was De Silva's rival. Even so, it just doesn't feel right. You want to help Terry? Yeah. Then let me do my job. Oh, okay. No one ever said that being a defense attorney was easy, but Terry's innocent, I'm sure of it. Axel, on the other hand, if Terry didn't do it, someone else did. The prosecution calls Axel Reyes to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court record. Witness? He's gone back for music. Witness! Who summons the vessel of Rexenial to this place? Ow. The what? Mr. Hawk, the notes you have supplied me stand that your second witness was a Mr. Axel Reyes, is that correct? That remains the case, Your Honor. Maybe. Alright, sorry about that. The case, something is the anchor that binds me to this plane of existence. This is gonna get old real fast if he acts like this the entire time. Stop babbling and break out the holy water. You too? Seriously, Dylan? He's a real deal. How else do you explain his dreams and Mara? I don't know. He's a tech junkie. He probably hacked the smart bulbs in the ceiling. Really think he would? He plays his own theme music out of a speaker on his belt. I desire slumber. I do not take kindly to... Oh, spare me. You doubt my power? If you're expecting me to be impressed, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. Mr. Reyes, Rexenial, or whoever you are, you're not the first creature of darkness I've got down to size in my court, and you won't be the last. She sounded like she means it too. Seems like Tawny's got zero patience for Chunibyo shenanigans. Is that a Naruto reference? Maybe not. Your Honor, possession is a reasonably well understood phenomenon. Is Hawk serious? The prosecution asked the court for leniency over the witnesses' outbursts. Highly irregular, Mr. Hawk. Still, I see no alternative. Mr. Reyes, Rexenial, I don't know about your particular situation, but I require you to follow court procedure. Arrogant mortal. Mr. Reyes, fine. I'll play by your rules. I'll release him into your care. I am myself once again. In that case, please state your name and occupation. I am Axel Reyes. That's it. My name is also my brand and therefore my occupation. Consider then that I'm out of touch. Explain your occupation, Mr. Reyes. Billionaire, entrepreneur, angel investor, tech mogul, esports advocate, and world number 2 at the popular card game Dragon Fantasy Arena. Mr. Reyes, I'm such a big fan. This is neither the time nor place, Terry. I know, but when I'm likely to get an opportunity to chat, I don't chat with the likes of you. Arrogant, considering your own situation, Reyes. Mr. Scrub, you will silence yourself this instant. As I was saying, in terms of day-to-day employment, I run Race Corp, the company I built. We provide gaming hardware and accessories both for video games and traditional gaming. I assume you were at the hotel for the same reason as Mr. Steele? Steele, that try hard? His affairs are his own. I'm attending the FA23 card game tournament with the intent to win. Why else would I be slumming it into this coastal ghetto? Coastal ghetto? I guess he's talking about Fletch City. I came to defeat Joel Da Silva and win his secret as yet unseen rare card. That... How long must we play before this meager audience? I yearn for fresh opponents. Mr. Reyes. Take a nap on my leg. Okay. Yeah, he wants to sleep on my leg. So sweet. Mr. Reyes, what were you doing around the time of the incident? This curse in my right arm is heavy burden. I was exhausted by Rexenial's influence and struggled to contain his spirit. Were he to escape, the consequences could be... On second thoughts, I shall spare you the details. Good idea, Axel. No need to spoil what happens in the last volume of that manga. I was forced to retire to my room to recuperate. Your Honor, this witness's room is also on the floor above the victim's. I fell asleep. When I woke up, that's when I heard about it. About how someone had snuck into the Silva's room and that will do, Mr. Reyes. Please do not speculate. Instead, I would ask that you make a formal statement to the court, as you wish. Though I appear mild-mannered, this is merely a front. My body is but a vessel. Rexenial, who dwells within my arm, hungered for the darkness, and I was forced to retire to my room. Rexenial and I mourn the Silva's loss. Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Mrs. Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. Something's not right. Why did Marcus see Axel on the stairs? I need to press him for more information.
Hold it!
Mild-mannered? You're outspoken, arrogant, you run a multinational corporation. I prefer to think of myself as driven. Regardless.
Hold it!
What kind of alibi is that? Aquila did witness's statement. Objection. About how he has a possessed right arm? Is he left-handed? Or when he goes to the bathroom, does the demon wipe his... Mrs. Aquila, you will refrain from such scatological observations within my courtroom. Even if you put that aside, Mr. Reyes. Yes, Marcus Steele said that he saw you in the access stairwell at a similar time to the murder. Is this true? Yes, I was there and recall someone passing me on the stairs, though I cannot say for certain who it was. That syncs up. Marcus said that Axel was glued to his phone. Why were you there? I had intended to meet someone for dinner. Ooh, juicy. I heard a rumor you were dating someone. Not now, Terry. Can you say who you intended to meet? I hardly think an intrusion into the witness's private life is appropriate. On the contrary, we are discussing the witness's alibi. His reason for being near the murder scene and in transit are of great importance. Sorry, Stella. Sustained. I agree with Mrs. Aquila. Witness, who are you intended to meet? Your Honor? Yes. I wish to take the fifth. Witness, what is the meaning of this? No way. Well, that is a surprise. Psst, Nina. What does Axel mean? Why is everyone so surprised? Axel wants to take the fifth, which in layman's terms means that he refuses to answer my question. In court, anyone can refuse to answer if the question would either incriminate them or reveal something that could be damaging to them. Isn't that basically admitting guilt? No, it's more complicated than that, but it casts him in a very unfavorable light. I can't believe it. Mr. Reyes, you must be aware that by refusing the question, you are likely to face a subpoena. This also poses questions about your involvement in this incident, questions that you may be compelled to answer. I suggest that you do not take this decision lightly. Game. I object. It's the girl, I forgot her name. Faraday or whatever her name is. Stella, please. It's okay, Axel. This is for us. Your Honor, I can vouch that Axel was on his way to the hotel lobby because he was supposed to be meeting me. Well, you're gorgeous. Mr. Reyes, why were you hesitant to say you were meeting with this young woman? Your Honor, we own rival companies. This young woman is Stella Faraday, owner of Faraday Tech. We were concerned about the business implications of our relationship. But you said that you returned to your room. I'm sorry, Mr. Reyes, but I don't understand. On the way downstairs, I was reading about some bleeder drama between Joel Da Silva and someone else. When I reached the lobby, I peered out of the door into the main area and could see Stella. She was surrounded by an army of fans, many of whom could be heard discussing the events I had just read. So what did you do? I was weary. Before arriving at the hotel, I just flown in from an expo in Shanghai. Overhearing the discussion of that bleeder drama made me realize that I couldn't handle a public appearance. In my weakened state, I could feel her xenial spirit draining to escape my arm. In the end, I was forced to turn back up the stairs and retreat to the safety of my room to recuperate. Gee, she stood up, fella Faraday. Gotta admit, that makes me wonder about this thing with his arm. There I remained in darkness. You definitely didn't stop in on Joel Da Silva on your way up? No, there was no reason to do so. I had no particular reason to speak to him, nor did I bear him any ill will. You sure about that, Axel? Do you feel this is important, Mrs. Aquila? Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, could you please add this to your statement? As you wish. Okay. Menu. This one. And...
Objection!
That's not true, Axel. What? Your Honor, the victim Joel Da Silva was the owner of a multinational corporation named Silva Pro. The defense has come to know that Silva Pro was in the final steps of expanding into the esports space. Esports? Professional video gaming. Ah, I understand. Not entirely certain that you do, but Axel, you had a very good reason to bear ill will towards Da Silva. His company's actions threaten your bottom line. You're right. Axel, you were Da Silva's business rival. He could have usurped you in your own chosen field. Isn't it true that you were scared that he might surpass your achievements? Da Silva knew nothing about esports. He just wanted to make a quick buck. So you're saying he wasn't a threat to your business? Of course he was. Silva's pro buying power was enormous. Da Silva's business strategy was just like his card game dueling, ruthless. Through brute force alone, he could have severely hampered our profits. That sounds like ill will to me. It was business, it wasn't personal. Are you sure about that? Yes. Both of your companies share your names. Irrelevant. Your rivals in the world of DFA. Irrelevant. Da Silva was an insufferable prick. Damn. He was an arrogant, overconfident, self-assured know-it-all. But he was my friend. Axel. He was my friend and like a father to Stella. He pushed and pushed and pushed, challenging us both to do better. What the hell? He knew just how to push my buttons, and he never lost sight of how to win. He never even considered he might lose. Not in business, not in the FA, not in life. Mrs. Aquila, I ask if I bore him any malice, any contempt. How dare you accuse me of such thing? This is a murder investigation, Mr. Reyes. I'm not talking about that. Murder is one thing, but you're talking about a duelist's honor. The very idea that I would slink around underhanded and stab my opponent in the back. I wanted more than anything to defeat Joel da Silva, but head on, before a crowd, with my fire phoenix. I told you. You did. And you were right. Miss Aquila, do you have... Your Honor, the defense rests with regards to this witness. You're certain, Miss Aquila? Quite certain, yes. We are willing to accept his alibi in the face of lack of conflicting evidence. Very well. Mr. Reyes, you may leave the witness stand. Hey, baby. Oh, he's yawning, my little fellow. Mr. Hawk, was that the last witness you intend to call for today? Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution asserts that while their alibis may not be ironclad, you can say that again. The existing evidence against Terry Scrub remains quite reasonable. It can be connected in such a way to the Mr. Steeler and Mr. Reyes, and on that point, the prosecution rests. I don't get it. What does he mean? He means that we failed. Okay. Again, why no fingerprints? Because our guy, Terry, is not a pro, so we wouldn't be able, like, there was no reason to believe that when he was arrested he had the gloves. Plus, he's been arrested since then, like, he's in custody, and they can't find any gloves, so, you know. What? We're trying to suggest the evidence against Terry could be applied to others. Hawk thinks we failed to do that. Very well. Mr. Hawk, I'm inclined to agree with your assessment. No, there's gotta be something else. I wish there was. Given that the location of the incidents can't easily be accessed without a stereo pass, and that this access system involves a computer-controlled lock, we can be reasonably certain that we have accounted for all possible suspects. Yeah, we have to do something. Who else was active somewhere in the hotel at the time of the murder? I think it's her. Excuse me. I can't save. Oh no. I don't know. Could someone... So this person? Your Honor, the defense believes there was one person present at the hotel who could have been there. This person is not, as far as I'm aware, in this courtroom today. Who?
Objection!
Ridiculous. Every single stairwell pass has been accounted for. I left no stone unturned. You're absolutely right, Chad. What? This person didn't have a stairwell pass. Your Honor, the defense presents the as yet unidentified safecracker thief. That's preposterous. Why? Detective Flatfoot's investigation showed that the safecracker thief was skilled at bypassing electronic locks. They were robbing the safe. Mr. Hawk makes a fair point, Mrs. Aquila. Hawk, how would you characterize the actions of the thief? What? How would you describe them? Well, skilled? In fact, highly skilled. Exceptionally so. That safe lock is meant to be the best in the business. I thought so too. The cameras in the safe room were tampered with and recorded a period of static around the time of the robbery. Perhaps enough time to rob a safe, and infiltrate the hotel, and get back with time to spare. Really? There's absolutely no proof that anyone else visited the victim's room. It might remind you, Professor Hawk, that many present at the hotel this weekend are wearing card-handling gloves. Your Honor, this supposition is entirely baseless. The prosecution has prepared a case based upon the facts and investigated all reasonable avenues of inquiry. Surely you won't entertain this wild speculation. Cease this bickering, both of you. Mr. Hawk, you are correct. Oh no. As a result, it is regretful I must say this. Oh, no. But Mrs. Aquila has raised some convincing arguments. Did you just... Nina, breathe. Your Honor, I must protest. Mr. Hawk, has the prosecution had any success in discovering the identity of the safecracker thief? Not as yet, Your Honor, but we have several lines of inquiry. Neither of today's witnesses can truly independently prove their whereabouts at the time of the murder. While we know that a hardened criminal was, at the same time, actively engaged in a crime at the hotel, these two facts are undeniable. To call them a pure coincidence would be bordering on the absurd. I am calling a recess to allow counsel to further investigate this case. What? Did we do it? We bought ourselves some more time. However, Miss Aquila, yes, Your Honor, in accordance with the 3-day statute, I will render a verdict at the end of the trial the next trial, whatever. I don't know what I read. DeSilva was murdered, and your client was found standing over his body. These facts have not changed. You would be wise to remember this. We shall reconvene the day after tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Okay, we'll meet early tomorrow. Hey! Watch where you're going, Hawk. Why? You already impeded my work enough. Don't take that tone with me just because you didn't wrap up the case in a neat little package. A neat little... My ego doesn't bruise so easily, Aquila, unlike some people's. What are you trying to say? I think my point was clear, and I'll tell you something else. You don't believe the safecracker thief committed the murder any more than I do. It's possible. Possible, maybe, but improbable. You may think so, Hawk, but fortunately, you're not the judge of the trial. Tawny is. You know what? What? If Anya Miller were here and could see you wasting the court's time like this, I think she would be ashamed of you. You okay? Where does that jerk get off? It's fine, Dylan. We're going to do what we can for Terry. That's all that matters. Look, I'm gonna head back to the office. I'll see you tomorrow. Sure. Okay. You want me to get that? Huh? Dylan? I'm next door. Do you want me to answer Anya's phone? Let it go to voicemail. Okay. Are you getting up or... Yes, I'm getting up. Jeez. Sorry about that, guys. I have to take care of one of my birds. Chew. What? Are you okay? Allergies, that's all. But are you okay? I was worried about Chew. I wanted to punch Hawk after what he said. He'll have to apologize when we find out who the safecracker thief was. Yeah, about that. What? We're not doing that. We're not? Hawk was right. About you wasting the court's time? No, not that. about the thief. I don't really believe that the thief and the killer are the same person. But at the trial you said, I know what I said, and it was true, too. It isn't impossible, but it's very unlikely. We're on the clock now. Today's all we have left. Hawk can run himself rag looking for the thief. Oh. So, what are we gonna do? I'm actually not sure. But we won't find any answers here. Let's head over to the casino. Okay, boss. Why no music? Seems pretty quiet, just like the lobby. I guess the con activities for today haven't started yet. Yeah, I get the sense that we're not supposed to be in here. Who's that? I hear voices. Isn't that Marcus? Ramius, goodwill will always prevail against the forces of darkness. Grant what I have asked for. I have told you already, Steel. Even if we were inclined to help, we cannot do what you ask of us. But the cause of good, as well as my career, they both depend on this. Perhaps you should have thought about that before you threw your lot in with F. What's F? It's a letter of the alphabet as far as I know. Don't lecture me, Ramius, or you'll be sorry. Get ready to duel. Fool. You would draw cards against one of the Brotherhood? If I were you, I would prepare for the finals. This isn't over. What the hell? Wow. Did you see that? Chew! Shh, someone might hear you. I think we're good. Looks like Marcus is gone. Maybe that robbed guy's a magician, you know, like an illusionist. This is a casino, after all. It's not like he pulled a rabbit out of the hat, Dylan. He touched some buttons on an arcade machine, then just vanished. Okay, hold up. Why do I get a feeling like I just accidentally turned over 2 pages at once? Who was that guy in the robes, and what was Marcus so worked up about? That robbed guy... that robed guy, Marcus called him Ramius. He was in the arena on the day that we watched Stella duel Axel. Hey, yeah, he was. I thought he was just some kind of a cosplayer. What do you think all this means? I don't know, but remember what Stella said? Do you have any idea how much the contract for an online game version of DFA would be worth? I dismissed it at the time, but after we just saw, I think there's something else going on here. We just don't have enough information to put the pieces together. We're running short on time. Wow, this place got busy fast. I know, right? You'd think they'd be more hungover. People drink at these things. People get destroyed at these things. I guess this shouldn't be much of a surprise. Where to now? We don't have time to meander about. Let's head straight to the safe room. Maybe Flatfoot and Steam have arrived by now. Man. Oh, shit. That's dumb. Strange. Flatfoot's just standing there. Can you describe the state of the weapon, Detective, when you picked it up? It was a pistol, a revolver to be precise. Fully loaded? No, there were 4 rounds remaining in the cylinder. Nina, are you okay? You're kind of spacing out. I'm fine, Dylan. I just hope he doesn't pick now to have a difficult conversation. Oh, Miss Aquila. Detective. How is your investigation going? I'm supposed to perform another sweep of the room, but I'm trying to decide where to start. Waste of time, if you ask me. We covered every inch yesterday. Still, what Hawk wants, Hawk gets. Can we have a look around? Be my guest. Really? You're certain? In that case, I'll head over there as soon as I can. Hawk? Set to say hello. I've got to head back to the precinct. How come? Beats me. That reminds me, when answering my phone, I saw an email. The coroner got back with us with the Silva's autopsy report. You should get a copy in your secure inbox any moment now. Top line notes or that he was strangled. But there were small cuts on his neck. I guess that explains tiny dots of blood that we saw. Cuts? Was he strangled by someone with long fingernails or something? It doesn't say. Right, I've got to head out. Phew, he's leaving. Now, maybe we can. Oh, before I go? Uh-oh. Nina, can I? Please, detective, let's not do this. Apologies ring a bit hollow at this stage. I'm not apologizing. The weight of evidence against her was overwhelming, and I did my job. She understood that. But he felt bad. Oh, shit, sorry. I didn't mean to skip it. Just please tell her that next time you see her. Oh, wow. You haven't been... Oh, wow. You haven't been to see her. I'm working up to it. Nina, do you want some advice? No. That was unpleasant. The trial was unpleasant. This was just awkward. Anyway, Hawk looked like he was dead set on finding the safecracker thief when he left court yesterday. What do you think happened to convince him to call Flatfoot off? Are you worried about that? Of course I am, but we've wasted enough time already. The day's going by, and we still don't have anything we can use. Maybe there's someone we can ask about the weird robbed guy. Maybe. Let's try the casino room. Someone at the card game tournament maybe knows something. By the way, what does it say? Long fingernails. Looks just as busy as a couple days ago. Who do we talk to first? Nina! I think that answers that. Go over here. Excuse me, guys. What the? How did you just... Oh, that? I've been sleeping away from bodyguards and handlers since I was a tween. A crowd of fans is nothing. Are you still investigating? Yep. Actually, we have something we need to talk to you about. So, a robbed figure, you say? Yeah. Then he touched one of the arcade machines and disappeared in a flash of light. I thought we might maybe keep that crazy part just between us. No, it's good that you told me about that. It doesn't sound crazy at all. Axel has talked about this kind of thing before. It's one of the reasons we're here. Is this related to the video game race you mentioned during our duel? Shh. Okay, do you know who actually makes Dragon Fantasy Arena? The cards? That's easy. Circlesoft. They make Dragon Fantasy video games. If not them, then it's one of their subsidiaries. Good guess, but wrong. What? Everyone thinks that, but it wouldn't surprise you to hear the video games are based on the cards, not the other way around. Then who makes the cards? That's the thing. Nobody knows. Come on, really? They're sold at convenience stores. Doesn't change the fact that no one knows where they came from. Follow the chain back, you get distributors, tax records, but it stops before you find out who makes the physical cards. But you said that this is why you're here. What did you mean by that? You know I'm the owner of Faraday Tech, right? Of course. She didn't know that for a couple days ago. Zip it. We also have video game publisher ARM, and we're seeking to partner with Race Corp over a smartphone version of DFA. I get it. You can't do that because you need the license to license the intellectual property of DFA, and if no one knows the identity of the license holder, precisely. Axel was working on the problem, and we heard that another large business was also trying to contact the creators. Another large business? Yeah. Suddenly, we were worried that someone else might beat us to the punch. The Fletch City kept coming up in these discussions, so we came to the tournament thinking we might find some answers. Maybe whoever prints the cards in the city? Does Axel know more? Maybe, but he's busy schooling people at DFA right now if you want to see him. Let me guess, we have to qualify to duel him? What's wrong? You all tapped out? You seemed so keen to play your hand a few days ago. You will need to be rank 8 before you can face him. Also, I didn't give you a card after our game, so to make up for that... Is that real Purity Signet card? That's from my private collection. Good luck! Okay, rank 8. Ugh, we don't have time for this. You just need to beat 3 similarly ranked duelists. This should be a cinch. Fine, let's get to it. Where are they? Okay, here they are. So, let's save. disappears even the power of rivers and sees bends the will of nature. What the hell? Yawn, tired, way tired for the likes of you. Maybe come back when you're higher rank. Are you here to duel? I don't think you're ready for my heat. Come back when you're higher rank. Oh my god, shut up. So I have to face these again? Okay. Man, I need to sneeze. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna pass. Really? Holy shit, that was a crit. Boom. Make 6. Drown someone else. Water plague. Power up. Okay, cool. Okay. I eat jalapenos for breakfast. Oh my god. I actually forgot to sing. We need to talk, Raze. I mean, I'm here to duel, not talk. And even if I was, I have nothing to say to the likes of you. What is it with these people? In fairness, you practically accused him of murder in court yesterday. Do I have to explain that again? Criticizing an alibi is not the same as accusing someone of murder. He's getting away while we debate semantics. I'm a rank 8 duelist, Raze. That stopped him. In that case, I stepped into your arena. It's only fair to invite you into mine. Just one condition. No exchanging cards on the outcome. If I win, you leave Stella and I alone. And then, if I win, you have to answer my questions. That's not gonna happen. Put your jukes if you're so certain. You're playing cards, not boxing. I know that. A little faith, please. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, game, hurry up. So yeah, this guy has to be fire, I think. Enough talk. Oh, please. Holy shit. Who makes the DFA cards? Where do they come from? Did Stella tell you about that? She told me about a lot of things. So you know about the Brotherhood of Ishtar. The what? You know nothing. Now suffer and burn for the wrath of Pyro's fire phoenix. The Brotherhood of Ishtar, the creators of the cards, a monastic order who trace their lineage back to the ancient Akkadian civilization. You're serious. That's serious. That's why the cards are so valuable. Why isn't he playing? He's legit not doing anything. That's something I don't understand. You're billionaires. Surely you could just buy Rick and make the cards you need? Don't be absurd. Do you think we haven't tried? The holographic technology embedded in the cards is their great mystery. Despite years of study, we've been unable to reproduce it. With the Brotherhood throttling the supply, original cards are worth millions. That's why people were so excited to see what card the Silva was bringing to this tournament. What card did he have? What does it do? No one knows! But it was rumored to be a real game changer. It's like Pyro's Fire Phoenix. Oh, really? Wait, if they're so expensive, how did Marcus afford to compete? No idea. 3 months ago, he was a nobody, a fanboy. You think he had help? He must have. It didn't come from me or Stella, and I doubt the Silva would have stumped up the cash. Aquila's party was victorious. Magic Thief. Looks like I'm off my game. I just keep thinking about Joel. You've been through a lot, Axel. We all have. I know that I just keep thinking of how he made that weird bleeder post and was dead so soon after. What was weird about the bleeder post? I mean, sure, it was argumentative. But didn't you call the Silva an insufferable prick in court yesterday? A bit soon, Dylan. No, he's right. Joel was a know-it-all, but he had the gift of the silver tongue. The phrasing does seem out of character for him. I just assumed he had jet lag. He'd flown in from Europe after all. Shoo! Is he okay? I'm fine, just some allergies. Anyway, it's Nina, isn't it? Nina Aquila? That's right. You won fair and square. You know, you play well. It was fun dueling with you. Honestly, it's been fun to play the FA again. The holograms just make it really exciting. What are you going to do now? I may have lost this match, but I'm still joint lead on points. I'll need to play Marcus tomorrow for the crown. And then what? With Joel gone, and me as champion, maybe the Brotherhood will reach out to me. That's been the plan all along, right? You're perceptive. I'm a defense attorney. Come on, Axel, let's fix up your deck for the finals. Sounds good. And they say romance is dead. What was that? Never mind. So, what now? It's already early evening. We're short on time, but still don't have the critical evidence we need. I think we have to throw caution out the window. You want to follow the disappearing Grob guy? I don't think we have a choice. It could be dangerous. Who knows what sort of people the Brotherhood of Ishtar are. I'm doing this for T-Bro. Let's go use the arcade machine and see what happens. So, what do? The guy pressed a combination of buttons. Did you see which ones? Pretty sure it was jab, jab, right, short, fierce. You remember that? You don't? You forgot to do your zipper earlier when you came out of the men's room. Do you want to hit the buttons or should I? Jab, jab. Something. I guess like, don't know, December. Dylan? Are you okay? It's weird, my insides feel hot, but my skin feels like I'm sitting in a freezer. Is that normal? I'm not sure I know how to answer that. It's my first time traveling via a magical arcade machine. Where in the world? These look like foundation struts. Foundations? Like beneath a building? Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that we're underneath the casino. There only seems to be one way out. It's not like there's another arcade machine to send us back the way we came. We got to hurry. Too much time has gone by today. We still don't have what you need to exonerate Terry. This could be our last crawl. I just hope it's a good hand. You're doing it again. The puns. Are we gonna duel, by the way? This one. Stop. Who goes there? We're with the Union. Really? Which one? All of them. Nice try. Have at ya. Yeah. And I don't fucking know. Okay. Really? I could not stop you. Wait, you're not giving me a card. What? Why? Like the FA cards? Why would you say that? Oh, my little buddy woke up. Alright. Let me save because I don't know what these guys have in store. Hey, you're not wearing a robe. Yeah, on laundry day? Oh yeah, it says that Ramius only gives each of us one robe. I know, right? I'm heading back to laundromat to pick it up later. Laundromat. These robes are dry clean only. You're a fake. Alright, let's start with Waterwolf. What you got? Okay. I did not mean to do that. Crap. It's fine. My bird pooped on me! Oh god, okay, this was a really big poop. I don't know what is wrong with my buddy, but he had a lot going on. Right? Sorry about that. It's fine. Alright, I played terribly, but at least we're through. Faker. Poser. This one. Who the? Praise the sun? Oh my gosh, Dark Souls. Seriously? Well, yes, if you want, I can. No, it's fine. You're doing a great job. I do my best. I can't believe that worked. Never underestimate a meme lord. What is this? Simile scripture? I don't read our Akkadian. It could just really be. It could just as easily be the recipe for a really good batch of hummus. It's locked. Let's try somewhere else. Did you see that? The blinding magical flash? Yes, I did. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, you do that. Do you really want to help Terry or not? Oh, great forces of nature. We beseech thee to restore your balance. We offer you another vessel. Purge yourselves of your excess spirit. Entrust it to us, and we shall ensure it is safely drained of its power. I'm trying to see who wants to eat. The greater dragon of water. Praise to be to the powers. Who disrupts my slumber? Sorry, where were we? Is that a real dragon? A real talking dragon? What the hell is going on here? Look! He's holding what looks like a blank DFA card. Now, my brothers and sisters, lend me your strength. As was in ages past, we shall seal this manifestation of excess power and protect nature's balance. Gotcha, Rando, RNG. 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 What the hell? Oh, I think we just saw something we weren't meant to see. They just sealed that monster in a DFA card. That must mean DFA cards summon real monsters with real magic. Brother Ryan, collect the card. Tell us, brother, as our recent spate of bad luck ended. We have pulled a rare. Ah! Wonderful. All hail the spirits of water, fire, and leaf. Ah! Ale water, ale fire, ale leaf. Chew! Uh-oh. Interlopers, seize them. Cheese it. Oh, shit. You know our secret. For that, you must pay the ultimate price. Take them to that place. Ooh, the laughter. Please sign this non-disclosure agreement. With the what now? It's a legal form. I know what a non-disclosure agreement is. But you just asked. What if it's really some kind of death warrant? Maybe it's the pen. Is the pen coated in poison? Could you please calm down? Calm down? Calm down. We've been taken prisoner by some kind of demonic murder cult. We prefer demon enthusiasts over cults. Plus, we haven't murdered anyone, not for centuries. You'll understand if we're not totally convinced. It's Nina, isn't it? Nina Aquila, and your companion is Dylan Merlot. You know who we are? We don't live in a bubble, you know. We get Wi-Fi down here. The Order even has a sub to Cartirol. Am I supposed to be impressed? I'm trying my best to put you at ease. After all, we captured you in the Sanctum and simply brought you here. We have not armed you in any way, despite having ample opportunity to do so. I mean, he's right. I had expected you want to silence us now that we know your secret. Well, yes, we do. That's what the non-disclosure forms are for. But really, those are to prevent you from telling others our exact location, or sorcery is widely known. The FA is incredibly popular. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I'm not sure people realize that the game summons real monsters with real magic. But how? How do people think it works? Holograms. Holograms? Yeah, you know, projections made of light. There's no such thing. Besides, ZFA creatures have physical presence. They can cause injuries. That's what I said. Remius, isn't it? I have some questions. If we sign these forms, as we've pledged to secrecy anyway, will you answer them? I will tell you what I can. We, the Brotherhood of Ishtar, have existed since ancient times. We are tasked with carrying out a sacred duty, just as our forebears did. That makes sense. The temple, the sanctum. But what does this have to do with the FA? I'm getting to that. We siphon off the excess magical power of the forces of water, fire, and leaf. Long ago, our ancestors served the kings of Acadia that sealed the power in various artifacts, trinkets, and such. This power, once sealed, would gradually dissipate like burning an entire candle. But the Brotherhood had to take care of these artifacts until they were safe. This could take years. I think I'm getting it. So now, you seal the power in cards. Yes, cards are inexpensive, and we can seal a very small, safe amount of power in each. So that means the FA players are carrying out the work of our ancestors, yes. Is that safe? So far, yes. Though the general power level of cards is increasing over time, we do not know why. Like some sort of power creep? Anyway, that aside, by playing with the cards, players gradually wear them out until they return to lifeless pieces of bonded paper. This seems like heavy stuff. Why are you trusting us with this? Because our work must be allowed to continue, and I am concerned about the Brotherhood's future. Were we to stop our distractions, the results could be catastrophic. The forces of nature would fly out of alignment. The world would spin off its axis. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. This is our sacred duty and the fate we must prevent. By the way, it's hysteria, not hysteria, I don't think. Anyway, by making children's trading cards. I appreciate it seems strange when you say it like that. I'm not certain that you do. Nina. Fine, let's just put a pin in that for a moment. You said the Brotherhood was under threat. What did you mean? Is it something to do with the argument you had with Marcus Steele? Indeed, you are well informed. It is my belief that these matters are connected. Around a month ago, we were approached. By who? We do not know their name or if they were an individual or an organization. We only know the name they gave us, F. You didn't ask who they were? You should remember, we are an order of secret keepers. It did not seem strange to us. What did this F want? Only one thing, a specific Dragon Fantasy Arena card. You didn't give them one? We did not have one to give. As you have seen, the FA card creation is somewhat random. Yeah, I saw. We could not make a specific card even if we wanted to. They would not believe us. Instead, they grew furious, making terrible threats against myself and the Brotherhood. What did you do? Our duty is to safeguard our sacred work. To avoid a confrontation, we told the staff the location of the only copy of this card of which we knew. I see. The matter seemed closed, and I put it out of my mind, not keen to return to our duties. Then a curious thing happened. What? 4 days ago, the day after the murder, in a quiet moment, Marcus Steele approached me. He was desperate for another copy of the very same card. He even offered to trade a very rare card, Pancration Clawed Giant. This all seems too convenient to be a coincidence. Ramius, you said you told F where this card could be found. It was in the possession of Joel Da Silva, wasn't it? Yes. That must be what Da Silva put in the safe. But wait. Did Marcus Steele choke Da Silva to death? Is he the killer? I don't think so, on the same grounds with which we defended Terry. Da Silva was a man-mountain and Marcus is he's just a normal guy. But I'm starting to think he might have been involved somehow. But why? Marcus is a have-a-go hero. Most people can be manipulated given the right circumstances. I don't know much about Marcus. How could he be coerced? It's so obvious. Think about it, Axel, Stella, Da Silva. What do they all have in common? Honestly, they're kind of weird. I mean, Axel has that whole thing with his arm. They're all rich, dumbass. All except for Marcus. You're right. Then that must mean F must be whoever bankrolled Marx's meteoric rise in the world of the FA. That kind of investment would give anyone leverage over someone else. I guess that's one mystery solved, but it doesn't really help us. Ramius, we are trying to exonerate Terry Scrub. We are aware of this. Okay, smart guy, here's a question. The Silva's rare card, what does it do? I do not know. Oh, come on! I'm being truthful. I've never seen it used. Then we have a problem. We came here seeking evidence. Finding out the truth behind the FA cards has been interesting, I won't lie to you, but it doesn't help my client. I'm sorry I cannot be of more assistance. I have told you everything I know. However, Miss Aquila, yes, it should be obvious that I feel in part responsible for Da Silva's death. The Brotherhood would be indebted to you if his killer was brought to justice. That's not really my area, but we all wish to see that happen, Ramius. Nina, tell him about Axel. Oh, right. Axel Reyes is trying to contact you. You should speak to him before he leaves. Perhaps I shall. But I am afraid. I have matters to attend to. Our time here is over. Wait, is he gonna? I think so. May the three forces guide you. Well, that was a hell of a thing. When did it get so dark? When it usually does, I guess. It's almost 10, which means we're out of time. Today ended up being a waste. That's not true. We found nothing. Nothing we can use. Come on, let's head back to the office. At least it's dry there. Alright. We failed, haven't we? Good Lord, I said I've heard you. Then say something. What do you want me to say, Dylan? Don't worry, we'll all be okay. We'll go out for a beer with Terry after the trial when everything wraps up nice and neat. How dare you? How dare you stand there and make jokes? Terry's life is riding on this. He believes in you. Your Honor, I wish to change my plea. Yeah, well, so did Anya, right up until the third day of her trial when she changed her plea to guilty. Anya Miller pleaded guilty? I didn't know that. Is that why you haven't gone to visit her in jail? Isn't that obvious? Nina, do you want to know something? What? I've known you less than a week, and in that time I've seen you do amazing things. I don't think your real problem is that Anya Miller stopped believing in you. I think your problem is that you stopped believing in yourself. Get out. Nina, I just... Out. Who does he think he is? He's known me less than a week. Damn telemarketers, I am in no mood. Listen, I don't care what you're selling. Stop calling this. You must have made a mistake. This is Anya Miller's phone. I know, but I'm calling to speak to you. What are you selling? I'm not a telemarketer. You've played one hell of a game over the last few days, Mrs. Aquila. Commendable, even. But you started your first turn with a bad hand, and you've been playing catch-up ever since. What are you talking about? What do you want? I want to deal you back in. Leave your office and head south, cross the railway tracks, and on the other side near the port you'll find several warehouses. One of these warehouses stands alone, adjacent to several large piles of gravel. Make your way there now, and if I don't, then tomorrow you'll have to watch as your client is sent to the graveyard. Who the hell was doing that? Go to the warehouse district alone this time of night? But do I really have a choice? They called via Anya's phone. I have to find out what they want. Alright, buddy, let's go. It's a good scene. That's weird. The rain stopped. And that's a bright full moon. This warehouse? Warehouse number 8. Hello? Anyone here? This is nuts. Well, now I'm here. I may as well have a look around. And this is how she gets murdered. That's far enough, Mrs. Aquila. Who's there? Show yourself. Nina Aquila, 26 years old, born in Vancouver, Canada. Damn. I'm Canadian. Defense attorney, protege of Anya Miller. Orphan. What in the world? It's Darth Vader. They're wearing some kind of light-up mask. What the hell is this about? Why did you bring me here? Still making random moves. Random moves? Allow me to answer your question with another question. Does a rook know the intent of the hand that moves it? Or the knight? Or the bishop? Well, no, they're chess pieces. What does that have to do with anything? What the hell is this about? Who are you? That is not why I brought you here. I need to know who I'm dealing with. If I'm going to trust whatever you have to say, then leave disappointed. Wait, fine, I'll play by your rules. What the hell is this all about? There's a game being played, Mrs. Aquila. A game of chess, in a manner of speaking. Fletch City is the board. Most of the people are simple pieces, yet, even though you did not even know the rules, you knew I recognized a fellow player. I'm not here for games. A pity, but not unexpected. What the hell? Makes sense. What does this have to do with anything? What if I were to tell you that in your recent moves, the odds have been stacked against you? What do you mean? We have been searching for a solution to an unsolvable problem. Why then do you persist? To tell the truth, I'm on the verge of giving up. But you came here at my request. Why? Because Terry is innocent. Of course he is. He's a piece, not a player. He's not a counter on a board. His life is in jeopardy. You didn't think he should have asked for the mercy of the court? You mean pled guilty? Judge Tawny might have shown him a measure of clemency. Now the case has been dragged out for 6 days. I wanted to help him. Was that your only reason? Pure altruism? You had no personal stake in this? None at all? Nothing to prove? Screw this. Terry Scrub asked for my help. Everyone else in the city had turned him away, and that was all that was left. Sure, I'm still dealing with my own issues, but I don't believe an innocent person should have to plead guilty to a crime they didn't commit. I believe that now, just as strongly as I believed it back then. I agree. I do so hate to see a player labor under an unfair roll of the dice. And to this end, I can provide you a better draw on your next turn. Gotta admit, I'm a tad skeptical. Your act with the mask, the warehouse, it's theatrical. Full marks for that. But I don't know what you could say that would make much difference to Terry's case. Not say, give. Take this. The Black Lily. A DFA card? It is the Black Lily. The only one of its kind. Wait, is this? Yes. How could you possibly have this? You're not going to answer that, are you? Well, that answers that. You must return this card to me tomorrow. That is my only condition. That's impossible. If I present it in court, Prosecutor Hawk will insist that it is taken into evidence. We remind Judge Shawnee of a precedent. Draxon versus Reggie's. Wait, I know that one. Wasn't it about a lottery ticket? Tawny will permit you to keep the card on this basis. We'll wait here for your return. But wait! This is just a children's trading card. Can't you give me something more concrete? Who killed Da Silva? Marcus? No. What? Surely not Axel. No. Then who? Examine the card, Miss Aquila. You have everything you need. The board is set, the decks are shuffled. Now it's time for you to play. I don't know what it is, but despite the mask, there's something strangely familiar about that person. Dylan? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do this, but whatever. Getting up in time for court is easier when you haven't really slept. All that way last night for a trading card. Rare or not, I don't see how that could possibly help Terry. And Dylan? No time to worry about that now. Let's get to the courthouse. Yeah, never mind. It can't be Dylan. Maybe it's a detective? I don't know. Or even Hawk, maybe. I don't know. Summon Chromeus, a dragon that can reveal the future. Alright. Let's go. Wrong thing, sorry. Miss Aquila, Chad, burned some calories while they're running around yesterday. I said I heard you. Do you think you're funny, Chad? I like to think because you aren't. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Please be seated. We are assembled here today for the third day of trial of Terry Scrub, who stands accused of murder in the first degree. Looks like Dylan didn't turn up after all. Can't say I blame him. It isn't easy watching your friend be sentenced, and I snapped at him. That probably didn't help. Miss Aquila. Oh, please pay attention. The trial has gone on long enough as it is. Sorry, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Very well. Mr. Hogg, please make your opening statement. Of course. The prosecution continues to assert that Terry Scrub is guilty of the murder of Joel Da Silva. However, on the second day of trial, it was suggested that the culprit of another crime, namely the safecracker thief, could have found their way to the victim's room. That hypothetical scenario would cast reasonable doubt on the knowledge of the actions of the defendant. The prosecution disputes this interpretation of the events, and they will present indisputable proof that this could not have been the case. Indisputable proof? That the thief wasn't involved in a murder? What do you have, Hawk? Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Mr. Scrub. Yes, Your Honor, just like your last day in court, at this time I must ask, have you reconsidered your plea? Well, I mean, if you are willing to end these proceedings, I may be inclined to show you some leniency. Given your prior record of only petty crimes, I would consider commuting the death penalty to life imprisonment. Guilty? Yes, Your Honor. I wish to plead guilty to the prosecution's charges. Anya, why are you doing this? Speak to me. Well, in light of your years of service as a public defender, I am willing to show some measure of leniency. I don't want to. Miss Aquila, what do you advise? Give me that extra piece of evidence. I'm so sorry, Terry. I still believe you're innocent through this. I object. Terry, you know you're innocent. Give Miss Aquila a chance. Dylan? Right here, boss, and I brought help. Be strong, Scrub. Miss Aquila believes in you. We all do. Maybe he really is innocent. Surely he's going to change his plea. Order in the court. Your Honor. I did not kill Joel Da Silva. I will plead my innocence until the very end. Very well, Mrs. Scrub. The court recognizes your plea. You and Nina are all I've got, so make it count, D-bro. Your Honor, can I request a momentary recess? I'll allow it, but it will be brief. Hey. Dylan, the way I acted yesterday, it's fine. I'm trying to apologize to you. I know, and you should. You were being an ass. But I'm telling you it's okay. T-Bro's my friend, and so are you, so what's the plan, boss? Hogg says he can prove the safecracker thief didn't kill Da Silva. Not good. But last night, after you left, I managed to find another piece of evidence. How? There's no time to explain all that. The thing is, I think I know what this piece of evidence really is, but not how it helps Terry. I'm keen to resume, Miss Aquila. We'll just have to make it up as we go along. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. The prosecution calls Marcus Steele to the witness stand. Strange. I know. Steele doesn't seem to be his usual dynamic self. Mr. Steele? Mr. Steele! I'm sorry. What was that, Mr. Steele? The witness is apologizing, Your Honor. Heavens, why? Because Marcus Steele wishes to admit to a crime. Wait, is Marcus about to admit? No, he can't be admitting to the murder. What? Don't be ridiculous. Seriously, Aquila, I was expressing my disbelief, Chad. Yesterday, Mr. Steele came to my office. He was concerned that the accusation that he was involved in the murder would affect his career. So much so that he wishes to clear up this matter once and for all. Mr. Steele, please explain why you were unable to be involved in any way with Joel Da Silva's murder. I came to the city with one goal, to defeat the Sinister Three, the snooty trifecta at the apex of competitive DFA. But in order to secure that Jesus Christ, that heroic victory, I had to score a blow against my strongest opponent, Joel da Silva. I sought to defeat him at the FA, and to do that I needed a competitive edge. Please skip the preamble, Mr. Steele. Why couldn't you have been involved in a murder? I could not have been involved in a murder because I was elsewhere when the murder took place. Oh no. What is it? Why has everyone suddenly got so tense? I think Marcus is about to say that I broke into the safe and stole Joel da Silva's rare card. He was a thief? I would never have known. Order in the court. Mr. Steele, surely you understand by confessing to this you are admitting you have lied under oath, as well as confessing to the crime of grand larceny. Marcus is the safecracker thief? It seems hard to believe. That's because it isn't true. How do you know? I don't know for certain, but I don't believe it, not one bit. There's one good thing about this, though. Marcus has confessed to a crime just so we can have an alibi. We must have a very good reason to do that. And I can only think of one. You think let's see how he stands up to the cross-examination. If he gives an inch, I'll nail him to the wall. I will lay down my life in the name of hot-blooded heroism. Mine is a deck that will deal with the heavens. I broke into that safe and I can prove it. Your Honor? Our investigation of the safe's camera system showed that he had been tampered with and only recorded static. However, the file headers on the videos show that the feed was restored at the exact time the murder took place. This means the thief must have been near the safe at the time of the murder. It is impossible for the thief to have killed Joel da Silva, and Marcus Steele here has confessed to being the thief. I see. Shocking though this new revelation is, I find your logic difficult to dispute, Mr. Hawk. Mr. Steele, the court recognizes your confession of guilt, and will deal with your transgressions at a later date. For now, are you prepared to make a formal statement? Ready and willing, Your Honor. It's true, I broke into the safe. I took the Silva's rare card, which I found inside. It took around half an hour. I didn't realize the Silva had been murdered until later that day. Very well, Miss Aquila. You may begin your cross-examination. You're lying, Steele. I don't quite know exactly why, but I'm gonna prove it. I broke into the safe. Are you an accomplished thief, Mr. Steele? Well, I'm not just a pretty face. My career background before streaming and before DFA was in microelectronics. I performed factory assembly of electronic components, soldering, that kind of thing. Really?
Objection!
The witness' former profession is beyond contention. I looked into this when he first came into me. What the hell? I'm sorry, this sounded so wrong. When he first came to me, Marcus Steele is an expert in microelectronics, even extending to computer control systems such as for the safe. Chad's belief that Marcus could have done it seems sincere. Best to move on to another topic. I took the Silva's rare card, which I found inside.
Hold it.
You just took it? You say that like it's hard to believe. The card was in a nondescript package, but it was permanently left on a countertop inside the safe. It looked around the right size, so I opened it to find the card sealed in a Silva Pro card defender. A card defender? I know what a card defender is, Hawk. Nina, isn't there something strange about what Marcus just said? Yes. Yes, I believe it's important. I agree. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? Okay. A card. Just give me a second. Silva Pro. Because it's in the victim's room.
Objection!
Marcus, if you please, could you describe how a Silva Pro card defender works? Of course. The card defender is like a sleeve. You insert cards into them to prevent the cards being damaged during play. They come in various colors and designs, but the base version is transparent and has a glossy finish. Glossy? And the FA cards are normally matte, are they not? They feel slightly rough to the touch. That's right. Here goes. Mr. Steele? Yes. You're lying. What?
Objection!
Really, Aquila? With possible relevance. Your Honor, please examine this piece of evidence. It was found at the murder scene on the victim's desk. What is it? A car defender, Your Honor. To be precise, a Silva Pro car defender. Oh, I see. What? What do you see? She's catching on, Marcus. The Silva's room, the murder scene, was a mess. It looked like someone had been searching for something. Say perhaps a particular rare card, but the card wasn't there. The Silva had already taken it out of its card defender and sent it down to the safe, and left the defender on his desk. Don't be ridiculous. The entire room, including that piece of evidence, were extensively tested for fingerprints. If the Silva had removed the card from it... Your Honor, the defense would like to remind the court that many people present at the casino were wearing card-handling gloves that prevent fingerprints. Regardless of that, Your Honor, any card could have been in that defender. It could even have been a spare. Admittedly, that's true, but I put this to you, Hawk. Isn't it unusual that, at the murder scene, we found one, single, empty, card defender? And even if it was a spare, why just one? They're sold in packs of 100. Surely even you can concede to that. Well, it must have just been a spare, because I'm telling you, I stole the card. He's hiding something, and I'm starting to think I know what. I keep thinking of what Ramia said. Most people can be manipulated given the right circumstances. I don't know much about Marcus. How could he be coerced? But who in their right mind would blackmail Marcus into killing Joel Da Silva? Something here doesn't add up. Do you have the card? What? You said you stole the card. Do you have it right now? It's a reasonable question, Steele. Put up the goods, Steele. Rexenial thirst for the card, Marcus. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Steele, in the interest of keeping these proceedings on track, do you have the card in question? I do, yes. Wonderful. May we see it? I would prefer not to reveal it, Your Honor. And how can you justify that? Out of respect for the memory of Joel Da Silva. You hated him. You just don't understand a duelist's pride. I disliked Da Silva and all he stood for, but I respected him as a duelist. Oh, spare me. Seems like we're in trouble. We need Marcus to reveal the card he has. I think that problem is about to resolve itself. A duelist's pride, Marcus? Don't make me laugh. You have no duelist's honor. Sit down, Mr. Reyes. You think yourself the hero of your own story? Sneaking around, stealing cards? Don't push me, Axel. You don't have Da Silva's rare card. I doubt you'd even know what to do with it. You've got nothing. Mr. Reyes, cease your outburst and sit down immediately, or we'll have you removed from this courtroom. I do have Da Silva's rare card. It's right here. But Pancration the Clawed Giant. But... Sounds, Mr. Reyes. Well, that is a card of legendary rarity, and it's a leaf type. Da Silva often played with leaf type cards. Witness, if you wish to present that card to the court, you will need to make another statement. Oh, I'll make another statement, alright. I didn't want to ruin Da Silva's intended last surprise, but someone would try to steal it from his room. His hands. On a limb. What was the surprise? I'm sure just staring you up to the side. Your Honor, defense badgering the witness. Sustained. Please refrain from personal attacks, Mrs. Aquila. Here's the card.
Hold it.
Why would Joel Da Silva keep that card secret? Well, it's extremely rare. Da Silva had many of the rarest cards around, easy when you're a billionaire. Duelists always want to surprise their opponents with powerful cards. Maybe he was waiting to reveal it in the final?
Hold it.
Smart when you consider that there really was a thief about, I suppose. That card Marcus has revealed is rare. Sure, but I can go one rarer. Time to go on a limb. save. Good.
Objection!
Mr. Steele, I'm sure the court has been very impressed with your desire to come clean about stealing that card. I may have done it for heroic reasons, but it still felt bad, you know. I'm sure it does, and that would be admirable. Were it not a pack of lies. Your Honor, I must protest. Mrs. Aquila has offered no concrete evidence to suggest that the witness is lying. Your Honor, I wish to present a piece of evidence to the court, but following the precedent of Jackson versus Regis, I must insist that this evidence does not leave my possession. Your Honor, surely you won't entertain. Order. Miss Aquila, I'm sure you are aware that your particular precedent can only be invoked if the evidence in question is a valued possession that is of direct relevance to the pursuit of justice. If this evidence is not definitive, I will hold you in contempt of court. Are you certain this evidence is definitive? It is, Your Honor. Marcus, you're lying. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You didn't steal that card from the safe. I know that because the card that was in the safe isn't in your possession. It's in mine. Your Honor, a third party who shall remain anonymous handed me this card last night. This is the card that was stolen from the safe, the Black Lily. Is that it? That's it. That's the Silva Secret Super card, I'm sure of it. Heavens, is it valuable? What up, baby? Oh, I see. Alright, he's okay. Inconceivably. If I could interrupt. Before you get too carried away, Aquila, you have no proof that this card was, in fact, the Silva's rare card. But Axel, Mr. Reyes merely expressed his opinion. Remember what he said during our previous day in court? I came to defeat Joel De Silva and his secret as yet unseen rare card. Mr. Reyes already admitted that he does not know precisely which card De Silva was hiding. Right. I don't doubt Mr. Reyes' expertise, but it doesn't change the fact that De Silva's card was a secret. No one present in this courtroom can genuinely say they know what it was. You say a third party gave it to you, but it would be improper to call that proof. Plus, this line of discussion, there's nothing to suggest that Mr. Steele had anything to do with the murder. It merely shows he was not at the safe. Hey, baby. Alright, sorry about that. We're good. Yeah. So unless you can suggest a witness who can make a statement to that effect, I find this tangent entirely redundant. But, I got so bogged down in proving Marcus was lying about his alibi, I lost sight of the reason we're doing this. Proving Marcus' alibi was flawed isn't going to be enough after all. I need to connect him to the murder scene somehow. Mrs. Aquila, I believe you are sincere in your desire to help your client, but you have made an accusation and your evidence is suspect at best. This seemed to be a great waste of the court's precious time. What? Am I really that far off base? Things seem to be going so well. Oh no, it's all happening again. In truth, I find your wild accusations unbecoming of a defense attorney. Anya Miller. Hey! Anya isn't here, Hawk. Dylan? Nina is. And she's a great defense attorney. You can do it, Nina. A duelist never backs down. Come on, Nina. Remember what I said? This isn't about Anya or what happened before. This is about the here and the now. Right, you can be my hand. You're a bona fide legal, and I know you can do this. I know that you know it too. I just... Screw it. I'm sick of this. I'm good at what I do, and I'm gonna prove it. Time for one last mulligan on this hand. Right. Think, Nina. The idea of hiring or blackmailing Marcus to kill De Silva doesn't hold water. Now, Marcus is claiming to have stolen a rare card as an alibi. It works too because Marcus has a good motive for wanting the card, but a poor motive for murder. No one has a motive for murdering De Silva, or at least not a good one. We need a theory, which fits the facts. So let's flip our base assumptions and see what we get. This all came about because of De Silva's death. So our most fundamental assumption is that De Silva's murder was the reason any of this happened. But the presence of the safecracker thief and what Marcus said to Ramius worked backwards. cards. Ramius told someone that the Silva had that rare card. That was the catalyst for the sequence of events that led to the Silva's murder. What if the card was a target all along? Maybe the Silva's death wasn't even meant to happen. That means Marcus was never blackmailed into killing the Silva. He was blackmailed into getting his rare card. The FA players exchange rare cards when people win or lose. What if that was Marcus' plan to beat the Silva and take his card, but the DFA arena wasn't set up on the day the Silva was murdered? Marcus would have had to duel the Silva somewhere else, somewhere private. Like the Silva's hotel room. So after Terry played the Silva in the hotel room lobby, Marcus goes to the Silva's room. He gets there quickly due to having a stairwell pass. They play the FA. Marcus, against all odds, wins his game with the Silva. He asks for the Silva's rare card, but the Silva doesn't have it. He's already placed it in the safe. Marcus must have been furious. The Silva gives him that Claw Giant card instead, which Marcus tried to trade with Ramius on the following day. Then... Come on, Ina, think. I can picture them facing each other. The game's just ended. Cards are strewn over the table. Their monsters are still summoned from the game. Summon monsters. Summon monsters? You want proof, Hawk? Then I'll be more direct. Marcus. Yeah? What's this all of a sudden? Under oath, did you kill Joel Da Silva? Ha! Did you ever see Da Silva? He was a man-mountain, a bodybuilder. I never laid a finger on him. I thought you might say that. Fortunately, there was one other witness who was part of the events on that day. Preposterous. The prosecution accounted for every person on site at the hotel. Every person, maybe, but not every witness. What? Sorry, Ramius, but there's no other way. Check yourself before you deck yourself, Steel. I cast the Black Lily and summoned Chromaeus, Dragon, or Foresight.
Order.
I will have order. That's brutal. That's a dragon. Mrs. Aquila, you will explain this at once. Your Honor, this is Chromaeus, Dragon of Foresight, the spirit bound to the card named the Black Lily. Spirit? I thought this game was played with holograms. Your Honor, if I may, please do, Mr. Reyes. I think I need to hear from someone who still has a grip on what's going on. The term hologram is used by DFA players, but my company has never quite understood how the cards work, despite intensive study. Our efforts to reproduce whatever technology is embedded in the cards always resulted in failure. So you're saying the cards summon real monsters with real magic. That seems to be the inescapable conclusion. There are, after all, various forms of practical magic, though they usually requires years of training to master. Chromaeus. Yes, Summoner? You are said to be a dragon of foresight. Why is that the case? I am gifted with divine foresight. You can see the future, in a manner of speaking. For instance, the man behind me is about to say, surely that's not possible. My predictions of near-future events are flawless, though the farther into the future I peer, the less firm events become. So the distant future is less reliable? Yes, I see. I tire of this plane of existence. I will answer you 3 questions, and 3 questions alone. Make them quick. Did you foresee Joel Da Silva's death? Yes, I foresaw that he would be killed in an argument over the possession of my card, the Black Lily. In an attempt to circumvent this, he said that he would move my card into safekeeping. However, I foresaw that this would not prevent his death. Every path I could see ended in darkness. He asked if there was anything he could do that would meaningfully modify future events. I advised him to remove my card from its card defender, as I could see this affecting the future in some way, though the exact reason wasn't clear at the time. 1 question asked, 2 questions remain. In that case, when you foresaw his death, was the killer this man standing before you? No. So that means Wait, what? I do not see the killer in this room. 2 questions. You may ask one more. Problem with your pet dragon, Aquila? Give it a rest, Hawk. Think, Nina. I could ask him if Terry did it, but even if he says no, I doubt the court would accept the dragon's statement on its own as a pivotal piece of evidence. Marcus didn't kill the Silva, but someone did. But who else was there? Who else could have? Speak your question. I'm tired of this plane of existence. Okay, one last look at the evidence. You choose my words carefully. Who or what actually killed Joel Da Silva? I don't follow. I really don't follow this line of questioning. Acting under whose orders? I don't know. Who or what? Wait. I know. Okay, so. Okay. Well, who? Okay. Who or what? So. Acting under Marcus' orders. What were they trying to gain? Cremaeus. It was Pancration the Claw Giant who killed the Silva by accident. It was acting under the orders of Marcus Steele in a bungled attempt to force Joel da Silva to give him the Black Lily. Is this true? Okay. What you have said matches the events I foresaw. Ha! Are you really going to believe this? The word of a magical dragon summoned from a children's trading card? The court respects only one thing, evidence. I doubt there's a single shred of evidence to support this cockamamie theory, that the victim was killed by a monster summoned from a card game. There's got to be a piece of evidence by the giant. That's where you're wrong, Chad. It's been staring us in the face this whole time, on the Silva's very body. Look at this autopsy report. It can't be. And yet it is. Joel da Silva was choked to death by a strong assailant with long fingernails. Or more likely, claws. Joel da Silva was killed by the claw giant, and there's only one person we know of who could have commanded it. Someone who killed da Silva without ever laying a finger on him. Someone who assumed, after hearing something valuable of da Silva's had been stolen from the safe, that they could pretend they had stolen it and use that as their alibi. Marcus Steele. No! No, 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 no. It's not gonna end like this. He won't. I won't let it. No one will stop me from becoming the very best. I summon Pancration, the Clawed. Summon my fist into your face. Holy shit. My cards! My precious, precious cards. Bailiff, arrest that man. Hey, baby. What is it? This has certainly been an eventful few hours. Mr. Hawk, has Marcus Steele been taken into custody? Yes, Your Honor. We plan to pursue charges of murder, attempted grand theft, and perjury. Though there's something I fail to understand. What put Marcus up to the task of killing Joel da Silva? Who convinced Marcus to try and take da Silva's card? Your Honor, the defense believes that Marcus was coerced by an unknown agent to enter the tournament. He was hired to murder da Silva, but who would do such a thing? Steele isn't exactly an imposing figure. It is customary in making the FA duels for the winner to take a card from the loser. Correct. I suspect this was the plan. There was nothing illegal about it. Steele went to da Silva's room and beat him at a duel, but da Silva had already sent the Black Lily down to the safe. Steele attempted to use his giant to force da Silva to cooperate. Then the victim's death. Was it an accident? In a sense, yes. Marcus must have believed that after he fled, someone else would have happened upon the scene sooner or later. Had Marcus had a less exuberant personality, he could have just laid low after he left the scene. But Marcus is such a larger-than-life person that if he had quieted down, they would have looked suspicious. Instead, he had to play the role of celebrity duelist to his best ability and pin the blame on someone else. Some of this regarding Steele's motives is speculation on my part. However, the defense asserts that this caused the prosecution's case over Terry Scrub into question, and therefore serves as source for reasonable doubt that Terry was even involved. The defense rests. Did we just wait for it? In that case, all that remains is for me to render my verdict unless Mr. Hawk has any closing remarks. I do not. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, he's hungry. No! Oh, sorry, I meant who? In the case of Terry Scrub, on the sole charge of murder, I find the defendant
Not guilty.
Hey! Right, the game's a little more forgiving than the Ace Attorney series, which I appreciate. Miss Aquila! Dylan! I thought he was the bro. I don't even know what to say. Thank you might be a place to start. Oh yeah! Miss Aquila, thank you so much for all you've done. You're welcome, Terry, but I'm not the person you should really be thanking. It's fine, really. Dylan? Yeah? Shut up for a second. Without Dylan, none of us would be here, and you'd be on your way to the safe jail right now. He's gone further than you would believe every single day to make sure we found out the eventual truth. He's a better friend than either of us deserve. You really did all that? I mean, maybe? Dylan? Fine. Yeah, I did. You're my bro, ride or die, and all that stuff. Thank you, Dylan. I don't know how I'm gonna make this up to you. Actually, there's one thing you could help out with. Lady. but it can wait until after we grab a donut or something. You want to come with us, Nina? I'll catch up with you later. I've got some personal business to take care of first. You gonna be okay? We could come with you. It's fine, really. It's something I've got to do myself. I'll see you in a bit. Just be careful when you leave. I saw quite a crowd of reporters outside. We could go out the back door. Screw that. We didn't go through all this so we could slink out of the back door. We're going out the front. Now let's mosey. You got it. Aww. It's a nice picture. Or drawing, I should say, but yeah. You get the point. Now that's all over. I have a couple of loose ends to tie up. I need to go return this card to that person with the mask, and then let's just worry about that when time comes. Hello? I'm back. Miss Aquila. Okay, my bird scared me. I'm pleased to see that you returned. Just as small ninja as last time, I see. I came to return this. Was he useful? Marcus Steele has been taken into custody. He's probably going to be tried for murder. Good. Tell me, why do you suppose Marcus took the actions that he did? His motive? Blackmail, I think. That is the cause, but not the reason. What? Blackmail is like the hand that moves the piece across the chessboard. I'm asking you not about the hand, but rather the intent with which it moves. Marcus took on more than he could handle? Was a normal person playing in a sandpit filled with billionaires? Marcus said he bought so many booster packs. Was he in debt? Was it that simple? Keep going. He was in debt and was coerced by someone to try and get the Silva's card, but he failed. Did he want to go to prison? Good, Miss Aquila. You are starting to see the moves of the game. Marcus got desperate because he put himself in a place where he could easily be manipulated. When you owe money to powerful people and have no way to repay it, maybe prison is safer than walking the streets. Confessing to a crime like non-violent theft and of something like trading card, it would have been a short sentence, though perhaps long enough for his benefactor to forget about his mistake. There's something I still don't understand. Were you the one who really broke into the safe? Why did you steal the card? You're not going to answer that, are you? Well, maybe I can get an answer about who or what is F. Is it my imagination, or did I just see them flinch? Ask your jailbird friend. You mean Anya? Yes. Well, maybe I can get an answer about who are you anyway? Surely you understand the irony in asking for the identity of a person wearing a mask and using a voice changer. I have to call you something. What if I need to contact you? If you ever need to contact me, you can call me via the payphone at the convenience store. Just dial this and I will answer at my discretion. As for a name, you may refer to me as Livewire. Well, maybe I can get an answer about... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to. But what about, isn't there somewhere else you should be, Miss Aquila? What do you mean? How does he go? A good lawyer admits their defeats but celebrates their victories? That phrase. Where did you hear? This turn is over, Miss Aquila. Well played. Livewire, huh? Okay, it's time. I put this off far too long. Time to head to the city jail. It's the south over the bridge on the way to the airport. Wait, this way? Huh. It's like in a remote area. It's okay. I can do this. I think. Nina! It's great to see you. How have you been? Keeping busy, trying to keep the lights on. I saw. This casino thing seems it's been quite a big deal. You know about that? Of course, I managed to snag a newspaper. You've been working cases for the last few weeks. No wonder you haven't been able to visit before now. Yeah, that is why you haven't visited, right? Why did you plead guilty at the trial? Whew, I actually managed to say it. Nina, we are not having this discussion again. Again? We never had it in the first place. I pleaded guilty because I was guilty. I shot my former protege twice and went on the run. No, you didn't. You were set up. Wait, is this why you haven't come to see me? Because you're still angry about that? Nina, I'm not gonna argue. Anya, who is F? Nina, you have to tell me, why are you asking about that? A mutual friend said I should ask you. A friend? Yeah, a real live wire. Nina, I don't know what's going on, but you need to listen to me. You're getting mixed up in something much bigger than you realize. I knew it. This is it, isn't it? This is why you pleaded guilty at the trial. Drop it. No! I guess I need to be the person to offer the olive branch. Anya, when you changed your plea to guilty without first discussing it with me, it was like you'd lost faith in me. Hey, Kenway! Sorry about that. So, it was like you lost faith in me. After the trial, you didn't even speak to me. It was weird. Nina, I had no idea you felt this way. Please understand, I did all this to try and protect you. F is a case. A case? You know that long before I was a defense attorney, I briefly worked for the prosecutor's office? Yeah, you told me that not long after we first met. This case is from back then. I've been looking into it on and off for a number of years alongside some help. What sort of help? An anonymous source? I suspect that this is the same mutual friend that you just mentioned. But no matter what we did, we never managed to find any concrete leads. The evening I was arrested, my former protege asked for me to come over, and I thought she might have some info. You know the rest. Nina, I'm sorry if I did hurt you. Sorry, with what I did hurt you. If it's any comfort, just know that this whole business cost me one protege. I'm not sure I could bear if I lost you too. But who is doing all this? What do they want? Not now. I've already said too much. But what you've said suggests that I failed, and now you're part of this. Maybe you always were. If you're determined, I can't exactly stop you looking into this from here. Just remember one thing. What? That person you spoke about, the one you said was a real live wire? When it comes down to it, never forget. No matter how useful a source they might seem, they are not your friend. I won't forget. Also, I'll visit again. Sooner this time. I look forward to it. One more thing. Could you bring me a bag of Gorditos? Gorditos? Yeah, it's weird what you miss. I'll bring you a whole bag of junk food assuming I can give you it. See you. Hey, baby. That went well. Okay, time to head back to the office. I think it'll be the end of the case. That's impossible. Sorry, but I don't know what to say. He sounds sad about something. My notes say that Jackie Marsden passed away several years ago. But how? She was a picture of health. Sir, I apologize if I find this distressing, but she committed suicide. She was found hanging in her cell. Her family would have been informed by the coroner. I'm not family, I'm just a friend. Jackie Marsden? The same Jackie Marsden who tried to burn down the campgrounds? She's dead? I'm just gonna go. Look, it's not my business, but are you gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just a lot to dig in. Oh my god. But, buddy, you are tickling me. You are really tickling me. Like, really, really tickling me. Stop. That tickles, buddy. That tickles. That really tickles. Alright, apartment. Buddy. Home sweet home, I guess. It's cleaned, I think. The trip switch. Oh, look at that. Ah! What the? Welcome back, boss. What's all this? We kind of wanted it to be a surprise. A surprise? Everyone pitched in. the boxes, we cleaned up the whole place. Walls, floor, ceiling. We took out 12, oh Jesus Christ, 12 bags of trash. 12. We even did our laundry. Oh shit. You did my... Slight correction there, I offered to do the laundry. Though I gotta say, you have surprisingly good taste, and we're not having that conversation. The place looks the best it looked in months. Did you organize this? It was a group effort. You haven't shown her the best part. Best part? What is that? A privacy screen? I mean, yeah, but there's something behind the screen too. Like an actual bed or a small gift from the Brotherhood's dormitory. Yeah, it's an actual bed. Ta-da! Just a hand-me-down. I love it. Thanks, Dylan. Hold on. Let me put you on the computer then. This means more than you know. Think everyone else too. You can do that yourself. We were thinking of heading out to grab some dinner. You know, celebrate. You wanna come? Sure. I'll wait for you by the door. Catch up with everyone else and come speak to me once you're ready to go. How's Rex Xenial? He slumbers for now. Hope you understand, I never meant to cause trouble for either of you. I know, but I've had time to think things through. There was never going to be a good time to tell the board about our relationship, but I love Stella, and I was growing tired of not being able to express that. You old romantic. Maybe you should even thank me. Don't push it. What's next for you? I'm still wondering about that. To be honest, I spent the last few days trying to avoid thinking about the future. In a way, this feels like a dream. I assure you, it's real. What's next for you guys? My private jet is landing at the airport tomorrow morning. We need to go see Joel's lawyer. Apparently, we're both in his will. It's so sad how he died for no good reason. I'm not sure there are any good reasons, but I get what you mean. He would have wanted the two of us to be happy, and I think we're going to be. Aren't you going to sue me? I broke your NDA by summoning Prometheus in the courtroom. Are you kidding? Do you have any idea how many people have made pre-orders for the next expansion in just the last few months? Plus, you put me in touch with Axel Reyes, who has big plans for the smartphone version of DFA. We'll need to relocate our sanctum to another city, but it will be fine. Are you ready to head out? Yes. You know, after all this, there's just one thing I don't understand. What's that? So, Marcus accidentally killed Joel Silva, but he left the room and just assumed someone would come by to take the fall? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Seems like he was leaving a lot to chance. Wouldn't it have been smarter to try and make sure someone came to the room right away? Was there any evidence that Marcus tried to make Terry? Yeah. This. I think Marcus knew that Terry would go to the Silva's room. How? Read the Silva's bleeder post. We've all read it many times. He's saying what he thought of Terry Scrub. Are you certain? Read it again. Don't know what that Scrub's problem was? I'll make sure he never plays on the pro circuit again. Scrub, lowercase, and only one B. A typo? Autocorrect? At first I thought so, but after what Stella said yesterday, the phrasing does seem out of character for him. I started to think it was more significant than that. We know that it was posted very close to the time of the Silva's death. I don't think the Silva wrote that post at all. You think... That's right. I think Marcus saw Terry's earlier game with the Silva from a distance as he arrived at the hotel. Then, when he needed a fall guy to take the blame for the Silva's murder... I get it. Marcus didn't know Terry's name. That's right. Scrub in gaming culture refers to a salty competitor who talks a big game but lacks the skills to back it up. The Silva knew Terry's name. He had spoken to him. Like Stella said, to use a term like scrub was out of character for him. I think Marcus made that bleeder pose from the Silva smartphone before he left the hotel room. His gloves would have prevented him leaving fingerprints on the screen. I get it. Still, this is all just a theory. We'll never know for sure unless Marcus admits this at trial. You think of representing him? No. Seems like you had to think about that. It's really due to a conflict of interest, because I've already spoken out against him in a court. It would be improper. Terry, remember the despair you felt before I agreed to represent you? Yeah? It's hard to accept sometimes, but everyone deserves the protection of the law, even the guilty. No matter what they've done or how they've acted, everyone needs someone to stand with them in court. Aquila defense in law isn't about finding people guilty or innocent. It's about standing up for someone when no one else will, and making sure the prosecution are kept in check. I guess. Okay, everyone, time to move out. Where are we going? I think Scrub should decide. Good idea. Terry? I could do sushi. Sounds good to me. Cool. We'll go to the Great Wave downtown. Just, who's paying? I'm kind of broke. I don't carry a wallet. Axel? Stella? What? You're billionaires! I didn't get rich by spending money frivolously. So, Nina, wait up. Yeah, Nina, just hold on a second. I'm sure you can afford a Suzuku. Yeah, I think the billionaires should absolutely fucking pay, honestly. Next time, Nina Aquila, legal E. Jeez, I can't even talk. The car? Okay, that has to be a reference to an anime. I haven't watched it, but I think it's Initial D, and then the seasons are first stage, second stage, third stage. I think that's that. Hey Dylan, Wardrobe told me to deliver this to you. Is that? Oh hell no. What are you complaining about? Have you seen what I have to wear? The bunny girl thing with the wings? Yeah, with the wings. Wanna switch? Just put on the uniform. Let's see what the front service is. Where do you even find one of these in an adult size? You're asking where they bought an adult size school uniform? Because, never mind. Hello. Welcome to Aquila Channel, a special viewer-facing segment where we talk to you, the viewer player. Even these segments are homage to similar skits in Lucky Star, Gunbuster, and I don't know. Nadesco. Today we're happy to introduce our new co-presenter, Dylan. Say hi, Dylan. Hi. Anyway, today's chapter was themed around several things, most notably the collect and battle anime genre, but also aspects of real-world trading card games. As in defense of trading card games, we'll have noticed that most of the cards mentioned in this chapter are homages to cards from different games. Did you spot them all? No. The critical piece of evidence, the Black Lily, was based on the rare Black Lotus card, which is one of the most infamous and rare cards in Magic the Gathering. Only around the thousands of these cards were ever printed, and at a 2019 auction, one of them sold for over $160,000. From an early point, it seemed fun that a critical piece of evidence would be one of these rare cards. My bird is struggling. What up? Who is it, buddy? Who is it? We also want to take, hang on, just read a few cards. That's what I'm doing. We also want to take this chance to thank Little Foodie Wall for its Bright anime videos, which served as an inspiration. However, to help bolster proceedings, a second activist was needed. It was thought a robbery would be interesting, and there's no grander robbery than of a casino. Plus, casinos and cards go together, so it was a good match for the chapter setting. When the time came to research this, it was just assumed that casino heists were just something done in movies. There have been a surprising number of heists in real life, even if many were not successful. There have been some genuine robberies where casino patrons have been robbed at gunpoint or similar. The other heists have involved clever patrons finding creative ways to cheat at the tables. In 2004, a group of patrons stole over $2 million from a casino in London using high-tech devices to predict roulette, while a group of students from MIT are believed to have made $22 million over 20 years via card counting. Of course, being as a lawyer, what makes this interesting is whether to consider these stealing in a legal sense. That's because they involve people having ways to predict the outcome of a casino game. You can probably start to see how Chapter 2 came together on paper. Super rare trading cards, collect and battle anime, and casino robberies where people predicted the outcome of games. The Maya's an agent who could tell people the future was a way of tying all of this together. The final theme was in Nina's character arc overcoming her anxiety over what happened in her previous trial. The previous chapter introduced Nina, but was too short to explore much about what sort of person she was. Chapter 2 was intended to fix that. And of course, these aren't just the main threads of the plot. A lot of other stuff was packed in there too. If you have questions or want to talk about the themes of this chapter, you can join the Nale Discord. You can find a link on the game's title screen. Now it's time for us to sign off for this chapter. And chapter 3 is next. Chapter 3 is an exciting, high-speed thrill ride. So if you like the second taste of Nina Aquila Legal Eagle, that makes you a Naller. Stick to the script. Anyway, try out Chapter 3, Legal Stage. Okay, I'm heading back to my room and taking this off. Really? I think it's cute. Really. What do you think, Nina? You don't want to know. Right, off it comes. What? Don't just undress while on set. Well, guys, that was Chapter 2. Pretty long compared to the first one, but like the developers have stated, Chapter 1 is like a tutorial, and then from then on, Chapter 2 is actually like game. Chapter 3, I believe, or I'm expecting it to be also quite long. And like I said, Chapter 4 hasn't been released yet. I believe you can wishlist it on Steam. I could be wrong though. Yeah. But yeah, so next episode will be the last one for this series, and so far I'm enjoying it. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.